We are.
Come on, bro. Come on, man. Me personally, so I started doing music before I started acting. I've been doing music, just like writing and recording since I was about 10 years old. And that form of expression kind of just led me into curiosity of other forms of expression, being the acting. So my music manager at the time took me to an acting agent that he knew. And this was at the time where I had nothing under my belt. Like I didn't know what I was doing. It's just like Darrell. So I went to the agent's office, and she had me read like this monologue that she had, and I read it, and she just stopped for a second, and she was like, "All right, I want to sign you." So she signed me that day, and I just kept going back to her office over the next couple of months, just reading, auditioning, not booking anything, and then finally I booked this thing on Nickelodeon, like my first thing, which was really good for me because it was good to understand how the lay of the land worked on set before I got to more, saying bigger projects. So, but it was a lot of struggle to get here, though. It wasn't, it ain't just day and night. It's a lot of struggle for sure.
What was the show on Nickelodeon?
It was called How to Rock. It was It was
They
Symphony.
probably know it more than me. I
Yeah,
listen to for
That's
them.
all right.
It's Shayna back there like, yeah, I know
Y'all
that.
like, Shayna know.
Yeah, that was the show. So it was very cool. One, because it was a black man, Master P, in charge of everything that was going on, and also to see the extension to his family. It was his daughter's show.
Yeah.
So just to see that early on in the game was a beautiful thing, to be honest.
Cool. Darrell, you'll be happy to know. So my dog is a mini celebrity around our school. His name is Omar, after the character in The
Really?
Wire. Yeah.
That's hard.
Yeah. He's not that hard. He's a black golden doodle, and he doesn't really embody it all.
Hey
But
man,
yeah.
don't set him up like that, Jay.
Yeah.
Yeah, spotlight too.
So let's get into it. Like I said, everybody who's here, I believe, went to the movie with us last Friday, so we did get a chance to see it. And so, I guess the first thing is, and we don't know anything really about Hollywood. And Ariana, we'll get to the questions for you guys at the very end. I only got 5, and then it's all on you. So what was the process? I know, like Darrell, you just mentioned for The Wire, you had to audition, you weren't guaranteed a role. Like, was that similar in this and Algee? Same question. Just like, what was that process like all the way to, filming it? Like, what went into that, so the kids know how that all works?
Yeah, well, I can start if that's cool.
Yeah, go. Okay.
I the process for this was very different. I'm
Mhm.
blessed to be at a point now to where the work that I have been able to do in the world kind of goes before me and speaks for me before I have to walk into a room. So that's a blessing, just to have that tangible proof. But I was called by our production, who's Ryan Coogler, Shaka King. Everyone had made the decision that they wanted me to play this role as Jake Winters, and I was offered the role, which is a very beautiful thing because that doesn't happen a lot of times. It's a lot of, especially in the beginning years, it's a lot of auditioning, and then you get to the point where you start getting offered roles. So when I was offered it, I immediately knew that I had to do my research on the Black Panthers and who they were, because just growing up being black, I knew what I knew, but I didn't know anything close to what I know now as far as the learning and the education I had to take myself through. But the process of signing on was just that I got the call. Of course, I signed on. It's freaking Shaka King and Ryan Coogler and everyone else that's just amazing in the movie. So it was a no-brainer, and I just didn't know that it was going to change my life the way it did.
Darrell.
Yeah. To piggyback on what King Algie just said, it was for me. I had worked with Shaka on something probably like 3-4 years ago, and I had kept a friendship with him, and I actually had asked him to. I wanted him to sort of actually direct something that I wrote, and I remember him being like, "Yo, I love your script, but I can't do it right now. I'm working on something big, and I need you for this thing." And I was like, "All right, cool, like whatever." Like, you hear that a lot, but you never really sort of, take, put too much stock on that. But eventually what happened, and later down the line, I heard about the movie getting made, and I just reached out to him like, "Yo, congratulations, man." Like, I was working on a bunch of other stuff, and he was like, "Yo, man, thank you, man." He said, "Yo, I still need you." And I was like, "Cool, whatever." I was actually in New York celebrating the series finale of a show, Power, that I was on, and I got the phone
You say
call
that so
that.
casually, like all these
Right,
people
right.
know
It's
Man,
that.
come on,
casual.
They
It's
know
bro.
exactly
casual,
what you're
man.
talking about.
I don't know, man, who watches Power, who doesn't watch Power. But it was I literally got the call, and it was like, "Yo, they want you the offers in. Like Algee said, it's such a blessing to be in this space and in a career where, certain stuff that you used to have to like, fight for, they are now fighting for you to be a part of it, which is the ultimate blessing. And like Algee said, once I got that call, I was like, where do I need to be? And I immediately started to research, Mr. Rush, and just sort of like the Panther Party, because like Algee said, when it's left up to the education systems and the books that they feed us, we wouldn't know anything about the Black Panthers. So that's a testament to my incredible parents and my community who made sure I knew who the Black Panther Party was. So yeah, that's how I ended up right where we are now.
So I'll be honest with you guys. My next question was, what went into your educational process of the Black Panther Party? But you alluded to that, so I'm prepared. I got a backup question.
Yeah, you got the pivot.
Guys.
Get the pivot.
Yeah, the pivot. Yeah. So we spent a lot of this month educating ourselves as a school about the Black Panthers, and I kind of talked to you behind the scenes about this, Darrell. And so Algee, our mascot is the Panthers. We're the University Prep Panthers. Okay. And so the question we've been asking is, we are Panthers, aren't we? And really digging into the 10-point program and all of those things. And so I've learned a lot too myself. I'm sure the kids have, but I'm curious, like when you were doing your research and educating yourselves, like what is one maybe thing that you were like, damn, my bad, kid. What, I didn't realize that went down like that, or I didn't know that happened. Like, what was that one thing for each of you?
You want to start, bro?
No, go ahead. You got it again.
Great question, by the way, too, bro. Because there was a lot that I did.
I believe it.
I'm trying to figure out that one specific thing. I think one thing that we keep talking about as a cast, and I just keep echoing it because it's the truth and it makes a lot of sense. But we were stripped away. Like this history was stripped from us as a community, as a people. This wasn't shown to us. It was hidden from us. And what was shown to us was the way that they assassinated Fred Hampton. That's what they show us. That's what they tell us. That's what they want us to remember. Within the film, it shows us how Fred Hampton lived. And I remember Darrell saying this in an interview, and it just stuck with me. Like, we now know how Fred Hampton lived. And to go through that history and to understand that education process of understanding the selflessness and the martyrism that he had on his spirit, understanding how he lived was the biggest shock to me, because I knew just the things on the surface, like I said, just from growing up, but really doing the deep dive and understanding that was the biggest shock to me.
Yeah, no, I echoed those sentiments. Like it was just the and sort of the details of the things that he did, because it's one thing to know about the Rainbow Coalition and the free breakfast program, but when you really start to understand the reach of those things and how hard he fought to make those tangible coalitions and things in the community, that I think it was the details behind all of the incredible things that he did, that sort of was just like, yeah, like Algee said, it's just how he lived, and how selflessly he lived and how much he gave. When you said, when I dedicate my life to the people, like I dedicate my life, and that is being 21 years old, to have that type of gravitas and that power and that love and that empathy is, I get chills even every time I speak about it, to be honest.
Yeah, talking about it with some folks over the weekend, I think for me, like Fred, and this, I mean, I got to turn this into a whole conversation about what I think, because this is about you guys. But for me, Fred was like the guy when you think about Malcolm and Martin. One, because he was young, but two, and Darrell, I think you can understand this, like he didn't really grow up in the city, right? And when I think about how you and I grew up and where we grew up, it wasn't really like the city either, right? But something about being able to be exposed to the suburbs and see all of that, and then I had a chance to spend time in the city when I would come to Detroit as a kid. I don't know if you know that, but my parents were split up. I came here every summer, and so coming in here and seeing city kids and really how they live. For me, every time I went back to Silver Spring, I'm thinking about how can I use what we have and the resources that we had, Darrell. And so obviously you see the career path that I chose, but that's the part about Fred that really stands out to me, was that he wasn't necessarily of the city, but he cared that much about it to put himself there and do the necessary work. And so Thanks for sharing that. But I want to really dig into your guys' characters. And so, Algee, you want to talk just a little about the life of your character? Obviously, we saw your role and how you played it, but just for the kids, maybe just talk a little bit more about Jake.
Yeah, of course, of course. Thank all of y'all for watching it too, man. We appreciate it.
Stream it again.
Yeah, just for the knowledge part of it, honestly, because you're gonna catch something that you didn't catch the first time, or the second time, or the third time, and it just keeps going like that. But specifically, I play a character by the name of Jake Winters, a real life person who really walked this earth, very selfless, very eager to be a part of the revolution. Um, he was 19 years old. He was from a family that really understood themselves, peace, but they also understood firearms. They also understood how to use weapons to protect themselves. Um, he we see that he's like the youngest Panther from what we see, in that time, and he comes in very eager to learn, like I was explaining, and whether he's at the free breakfast program with everyone else at 5 o'clock in the morning, or whether he's out passing out newspapers in the freezing cold, he always has the same joy that he remained with, and we just start to kind of see that joy get chipped apart little by little as he experiences these traumatic events. He experiences his best friend dying by the hands of the police officers. He experiences his headquarters getting blown up right in front of his face. Things just back to back. I think he starts to see the wall that's closing in on him, and a lot of that eagerness turns to darkness, and we see that towards the end of the film.
And Darrell, Bobby Rush.
Yeah. So Bobby Rush. For anybody who doesn't know, he is actually one of the co-founders of the Illinois chapter of the Black Panther Party. He was also the deputy minister of defense. And so you sort of see how he's always with Fred. He's always with Chairman. He sort of tries to be measured, and sort of as you see how there's sort of like the moments of where there's like the fighting that's shown between Panthers. He's really trying to like keep everything together. So yeah, I mean, he's since become a congressman, and he's still alive. And so he's still, fighting the fight. And he's still, just, his boots on the ground, and, continuing on trying to do his part. Yeah, that's it's like Algee said, it's you can keep watching it and you will keep learning something. It's going to make you want to, learn more. And that's the hope, is that it makes you want to do your own education on the Panthers, because it's only a 2-hour movie. And you can spend a lifetime learning about what they did.
I think you said he's still alive, right? And I think one of the main things you mentioned about Fred was, they want us to know that they assassinated him, right? And you rarely hear that Black Panthers are still alive. And he's not just alive, I mean, he's only 74, Bobby Rush, right?
Young,
so it's not like, and he's 15 years younger than my grandma, right?
Yeah.
And so, it's just important to know that it was a long time ago, but it wasn't that long ago, what we watched on Friday, guys. And so I got one more question for you guys, and then I'm going to open it up to the kids. And so if you have a question, just put your hand up, use the reaction to put your hand up, or whatever. You all know what to do. But ultimately, what do you all believe the impact of the Black Panther Party is? I know. I told you it was the last one.
What do I believe the impact of the Black Panther Party is? Wow, that's a great question. You know what? I would say, I'm sure every one of us was able to witness last year when the whole world essentially had boots on the ground, and the whole world outside of Black people. It was Black people out there a lot, but it was more than Black people out there, and the majority of more than Black people out there. But I think that is an extension of the impact. I think that the goal, as we've seen from Chairman Fred Hampton, was to unite the oppressed, was to speak against the oppressor, was to form the Rainbow Coalition the way that he did, which brings all races together to fight for one thing. And we saw that, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like that is the impact, that and much more. We still have much more that we can talk about, but for me, just off the top of my head, that's what I can think about. This is what they were fighting for. This is what,
Hmm.
for all the people to be on one accord going against the oppressing system.
Awesome.
Yeah, no, that's I mean that's the nail on the head. It's the unity, and sort of the relentless fight against the oppressor, knowing that like there will be obstacles thrown your way. There will be people who do not want to see you succeed in your mission, but never you know um, never giving up. Never cowering in the face of all of that. These are kids being hunted by one of the largest government agencies in the world, and they never cowered, and they stayed strong, they stayed the course. So it's about that unrelenting fight, and when you deserve more, and your people in your community deserve more, that you will give everything you have, even if that means giving your life.
All right.
Awesome. All right, so we got about 10 minutes, and I see I got two hands. So I want to start with Madison, but before you ask your question, Madison, I want to introduce you. So this is Madison Horton. She's a senior. And Algee, I think you alluded to, we saw everybody boots on the ground last summer.
Yeah.
Madison was one of those folks and leading a protest, not just
Oh,
participating. And so, that revolutionary spirit is alive and well at University Prep. And so
Sure,
I hope that wasn't too much of an introduction, Madison, but
Where's my heartbeat?
that you can ask your question now.
I'm so sorry. Okay, hi.
thank you,
good.
Madison, for being boots on the ground, for
Yeah,
real.
for sure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You you a leader, Madison. Keep leading.
Yep.
Period. Okay. I didn't forgot my question. I wrote it down.
Go ahead, man.
Okay. What was going through your head playing Bobby Rush and Jake Winters? Since y'all was like in their shoes for real.
You want to start, bro?
Yeah. For me, Madison, it was really it was understanding the obligation that comes along with the privilege of being chosen to be the
Mm,
vessel to portray somebody who literally was putting their life on the line every day. So it was there were a lot of sleepless nights. There was a lot of research, and then more research. It was waking up every day, listening to his voice, watching as much as I could of him, and then going to sleep doing the same thing, and just really hoping that I did him justice and made him proud, because like Jerry said, this is a man who was still alive, still working, and also just who did so much, and I just really trying to honor the legacy of him along with the Panthers was the thing that constantly ran through my mind every day I stepped on set.
hmm Yeah, I can agree. Just to kind of echo that, I think just the magnitude and like Darrell said, understanding the responsibility that you have. You're not just going on set to create a character. You're going on set to live through somebody, to embody someone. And especially us being Black people, this is our culture. So the responsibility is even heavier because we're telling history that was designed to be wiped out from us. So the responsibility is heavier. But what was going through my mind a lot was also I doubted myself a lot because I felt like I wasn't doing enough in my actual life. I felt like I wasn't doing enough everyday things to combat what I feel like is unjust. I'm sorry. Um, but then I quickly got over that because me and Darrell had multiple conversations with this, understanding that what we're doing is our revolutionary act, because everyone isn't making revolutionary films. Everyone, they have the choice. We've passed on a lot of different things, on a lot of money as well, just because certain things don't speak to us. And it's like, all right, I'm being revolutionary in my part by being a part of something that is revolutionary.
Ariana, go ahead.
Okay, hi. And my question for both of you was it difficult for you to adapt to the dialect of that time period and fully impersonate Bobby Rush and Jake Winters?
That's a
Hey,
great,
Ariana.
that's a great question. It's
That is
funny
a great
because
question.
Darrell, since the movie, I catch myself saying "cool out" a lot because you were saying "cool out" to Bill O'Neill at some
Cool
point
out,
in that
brother.
movie.
Cool out, bro.
Yeah, cool out, brother. Yeah.
Show some discipline.
Yeah.
Great question, Ariana.
That is a great question. I don't even, is Ariana on here? Oh, she just doesn't want.
Oh,
Okay, I was
hi.
like, how you doing, Ariana? Thank you for
I'm good.
that incredible question. You know, it's again it was just the repetition of it. You know, it was I would cut like the few speeches of Mr. Rush's that I could find and cut them into MP3s and then just like run with them, work out with them, play them in the car, because it was sort of, you know, as long if I listened to it enough, you know, my ultimate goal was to not, you know, necessarily impersonate him, but was to catch some of his essence, right? Because if I know that, you know, the baseline for anything that you do as an actor is going to, because I'm going to be playing a person, right? And so the baseline for that is that like I am a human being and he is a human being. So then I start to build the house up from there. And the important thing being how do I capture sort of the essence of who he is without trying to just, you know, be an impressionist of him. So that was sort of how it went in for me, and sort of reading the dialect, and you start to read a lot of books from there, and you watch enough stuff and listen to enough stuff, it, you know, it seeps into your DNA, and you can't help but start to sort of pick up the dialect, and also like the little nuances and the little things that they would say that, you know, that just like a little bit different than what we might say now, but it's still within that same world.
Yeah, everything that you just said is pretty much the nail on the head. I feel like, but the only difference is I didn't have a lot of source material to look at for Jake Winters because he's not here, and there wasn't a lot recorded on him. So I just had to kind of piggyback off of my castmates, listen, do my research to the signs, like the language of the times, the sound of the voice, the accents at the time, and just rely on everyone else. As soon as I got on set and I hear Darrell speaking his accent, I can immediately jump into mine. You know, it's just so it's like leaning on each other.
Cool. So our next question is from David White III. He is one of our 9th graders, and we have a special 9th grade crew in here right now. So go ahead, David, ask your question.
Let's go, David. I see you.
Where you at, David? I can't see you.
I see you, King David. What's up, man?
My question is for the both of you. Would you ever want to join the Black Panther Party?
Oh, sheesh, that's a great question. Yes, I feel like I have unintentionally, I won't say joined, I have unintentionally become a part of that family. I'm indebted for life because of that, because of the characters that we played in this movie. You know, we're indebted for life because of that. I'm not sure if that translates to me actually becoming a Black Panther, because I'm not going to say that I actually put my life on the line with certain things like they did, but I'm a part of the revolution. I'm a part of the revolution and a part of that family. But I have conviction in my heart that maybe one day I will.
Algee just hit that one out the park right there. I don't even think I can follow that up.
You're good, Darrell?
Oh yeah,
okay.
Algee.
All right, so we got 2 more, and then I got a final question. Then it's a quick one. The kids are gonna laugh at that one. The last one I have. So we're gonna let Deep Voice Kenny come and ask his question.
Deep Voice Kenny, what's going on, Kenny? What's going on, bro?
Yeah. What's up, brother Kenny? How you doing? Yeah.
What's up,
Go ahead,
question?
Did he get deeper?
It's unintentional. All right. What was it like learning and experiencing what the characters you two played went through?
Like learning, experiencing what the characters went through. It was very very annoying to watch, honestly, but very vital and very important. We had to watch the things that we don't want to watch, you know. The very uplifting part and the great part about it was watching certain speeches, you know, watching certain militant things that they were doing in the videos. That was the great part. The not so great part was seeing the tear down, you know, of the infrastructure of of the community, the infiltration of evilness within the community. That was the hardest part for me, honestly.
Yeah, and to piggyback on that, it was it's painful. to see what they were put through every single day. To just the sheer fact that they wake up every day thinking, oh, it's the day that somebody's going to kill me for wanting, justice and peace and equality for my people and my community. It hurts, it was very painful. And it was also very energizing in that same breath, because it was like, well, I know how important it is to be a part of this story. So let's do this right. Let's make sure that we don't, take the shortcuts. Let's make sure that we all put in the necessary work. And so it was very, yeah, it's a combination of things, Kenny. I will say it's something that stays with you forever.
Yeah.
This film, these people that I worked with, they're with me forever. And it's a true blessing, and it's also something that, like, if I get stopped outside and somebody wants to have a conversation about the Black Panthers, like, that's going to be a conversation I'm going to have every day of the week, and excited to have, because it's like being a part of something that, like, if you love the work and want to speak about it, like, this is the kind of conversations that we need to have.
Mm-hmm.
Jayla, on you.
Hi, sorry if it's noisy. I'm in the car. But my question is, was it stressful getting to getting to understand your character and getting to understand like their habits, their attitude, their like how their accent if they had one, adjusting your looks? Was it very stressful on you? And then like do you feel like you portrayed your character well?
Yeah, thank you for the question, Jalen. Appreciate you. I would say the help around us made it like not stressful, to be honest with you. Our costume and designer, our makeup, everything was just on point. So when we came to set, the only thing we really had to not even worry about but focus on was the mission, completing the mission, making sure we brought everything to the scenes that we had to. As far as everything else, the process was not stressful at all. To be honest with you, like Darrell said, we created a family on set, and so we knew how to have fun with each other off set and how to be serious on set. And I feel like I did. I feel like I did do Jake Winters justice with the portrayal of him. I feel like I can always do better though, just because I'm a perfectionist at my craft. There's certain things that I feel like I could have done better, but I feel like all in all, I had someone reach out to me from his family, and just that, even just that little bit gave me assurance that okay, like this, I did the right thing.
Yeah, thank you, Jada, for that. That's an incredible question. I think, yeah, I think it's stressful in the sense that sort of doubling back to what I said early, understanding that there's such an obligation, and understanding that you're tasked with, you know, portraying someone who did so much, and so there is that sense of obligation. But like Algie said, the cast, the crew, hair, makeup, costume. I mean, from top to bottom, it was such a family and such a community. So it made going to work, because there are days where, you're just like, well, I don't know, like, this doesn't, I don't know if this, you just don't feel like you even have it. And then I can lean on Algie, I can lean on Daniel, I can lean on Lakeith and Dominique, um, who I mean, who are just, beyond incredible actors, but they're actually better people. um and sort of, and so I think that, and then about, was it the stressful thing, I think, when I would think about how stressful it might be to act in it, I was always taken to the part where I was like, well, how stressful is it for them to wake up having to do this in real life? So what am I here complaining about? Like, how dare I even try to have a complaint about, oh yeah, this, it's cold outside, or whatever it may be, because these are the women and men who are on the front lines every day in, day out, with zero protection but with each other. And so that, I was always sort of, if my mind ever did wander into that space of feeling that, I would always, snap myself back really quickly and understand, like, don't you even think about it, Darrell, because you are given this privilege to do this, and understand that, like, the women and men who were front lines of this, like, that was real stress, you know. So if they can do that, yeah, you know, you can get your butt up and act in this thing.
Absolutely. So I got one more kid question hand that just went up. You guys got time for that, or where we at?
Yeah, come on, Danielle.
Okay. Oh,
Come on,
I got.
Danielle. Was it
Oh,
Danielle?
I got.
don't
Well,
even-
it was
I saw a hand
Makai.
raised.
It was
It was-
Makai.
Oh,
Go
my
ahead.
bad. My bad, Makai.
And he
can't
put it
say
in the chat.
Oh, did she? What did she?
Yeah.
Well, we'll get
Said
to
she had
it. Okay, we'll get to it. Go ahead, Makai.
I was just wondering how has portraying your characters changed or reinforced your outlook on society?
Great question.
Really good.
Great question. Ooh.
He like, I need a minute.
That's a question there.
If I'm gonna be very transparent, I don't think that embodying or playing Jake Winters has changed my view on society in any way. Being a part of the film has helped change my view on society and the fact of, well, it just helped enlighten my view a little bit on what I already knew, that they never give us the real. They never give us what's honest and what's true. And we always have to go find our own history for ourselves. As far as, you know, Jake Winters' decision and what he did, I feel like me as a person as well, I understand the complexity of the mindset of having two different things going on in your head. One, do I keep running for my life, knowing that this is not going to get better? Or two, do I do something about it in this moment right now and do what I feel like is taking a stand? We talk about it a lot that Jake wasn't acting as a Black Panther when he did that. He was acting as an infuriated young Black man in America that has been through certain things that some of us can't even comprehend. So I feel like it just, I was able to empathize with Jake and understand his decision. I don't think it changed my views on anything though, but I was able to fully understand why he did what he did.
Great question, Makai. I think for me, you know, sort of doubling on back on what Algee just said, like it wasn't like a light bulb, like, you know, was shown, you know, went off in my head, like, wow, like as Black men and women, they really do treat us like trash in this country. It's something that I have known for forever, you know. I'm named after my mother's brother who was shot and killed by the police before I was even born, you know. So this is, you know, and I'm a Black man in America. I have been assaulted by police officers in my neighborhood for being a Black man in a neighborhood that they don't believe I should be in when I actually lived there. So it reinforced, you know, just, you know, how, because you think about, I think about progress a lot. And I think about the progress that we have made as a country, and sure, we have made progress as a country. But 52 years ago, you know, Chairman Fred Hampton was assassinated in his apartment, asleep, minding his own business. And just in the last year, Breonna Taylor was assassinated in her sleep, in her apartment, minding her own business. And in both cases, justice was not served, you know. So when we speak about progress, sure, we have made progress, but how far have we really come, you know? So it reinforced some things that it angered me, you know. But, you know, as a Black man in America, I'm angry every day because I don't have to turn too far, you know, to look, you know, to find, you know, an injustice that is being, you know, levied upon our beautiful queens and kings.
Appreciate that. So we want to put a period on that, Darrell. So let's give them, Algee and Darrell, a round of applause in your virtual boxes. But before we close out, we did want to bring you all into our school's culture for a second. And so one of the things that we've been doing in the last couple of weeks since we've, you know, been virtual, just trying to change things up, keep them connected to us as much as possible. On our Instagram, we've been doing a question of the day. Okay. And it's like a would you rather kind of thing. And then the kids will, you know, give us whatever side they sit on, right? In the comments, they're funny. So today's question, and I want you all to answer this. This is important. This is the most important question of the whole day. Okay. Would you rather look like a dog or smell like a dog?
This was inspired by Omar.
Oh yeah, Omar was an inspiration today. So you gotta look like a dog or smell like a dog, and why?
You know what? I'm gonna start, and I'm gonna say I would rather look like a dog. Let me tell you why. First of all, my dog is handsome. My dog is very, very, very beautiful. So if I had a choice to look like my dog, I would do that. But what the real reason is,
Bossalini.
there's different types of dogs in the world. So all I gotta do is pick a nice looking dog. Now, if you smell like a dog, you can't do nothing about that. Like you just, you know. I mean, my dog smells good too, but a stanky dog is a stanky dog. You know what I'm saying?
Algee, you're representing, I would say, about half of what the responses I got today.
Yeah.
So there's another half.
What you think, Darrell?
For me, it's absolutely look like a dog. One, I probably do look like my dog. I've had somebody say, "Oh, you do look like my dog." I said, "Oh, so my dog's beautiful. Thank you."
Okay.
And also like smelling like a dog. I mean, nobody's trying to smell like a dog. You know what I'm saying? Like it's cool. Like if I look like a German Shepherd but smell like $1 million, like
yo, I'm good. Right?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm all right, yo.
All right. So okay, I'm telling you, there are some folks that were like, I'd rather smell like a dog, and then
whatever floats your boat. Don't come around me, you know.
But then the cat people tried to enter the room too, and we told them this is not a cat people conversation.
You can't do that. Cat's a whole different story now.
Yeah, keep your cats over there.
About cats right now, yeah.
So gentlemen, we appreciate you all being with us today.
Mr. Lawrence, can I do my principal?
I didn't even know you were here.
Play the
principal
card and
what's
say
going
something.
on?
I don't know where he is, but he's on here somewhere.
Can y'all see me?
What's up?
Hello.
Yeah.
Principal Kellum.
First, thank you all for being here. Algee, I have to ask you this. Like, I know you get this, especially from ladies in around my age group. The Ralph Tresvant thing. Everywhere you go, you have.
Yeah.
We were just watching the movie yesterday, and my wife and my sister-in-law just kept calling you Ralph Tresvant. So I'm sure you're sick of that.
Nah, man.
But I really
great. Go ahead. Sorry to interrupt you.
I just want to say I enjoyed you all, your performances. It's a powerful movie, and I'm definitely grateful that you took out time in your day to spend some time with the Panthers here in Midtown Detroit, because these students are absolutely worthy, and you know that you're making a great investment because they're going to take that information and that knowledge and actually do something with it. So I appreciate you guys for real.
No, we thank y'all, man. Darrell told me about this. I'm from Saginaw, Michigan, so come on,
nasty.
Nah, but this is the important part. This is the work that supersedes every other thing, because this is the community, and this is what we do it for. That's what we made the film for, to have these talks within us, to get some of that structure back. But this is right here is that structure. We're all together right now. We're able to talk about things that really matter. So thank you.
Seriously, thank y'all for having us. And I will say, like, when I hit Algee, it wasn't even, and there's one of the busiest men in the world, you know what I'm saying? And he literally was like, tell me, where to be and how to get there. So, this is like, I know y'all love Algee, and it's like, I hope that this makes y'all love him even more, because he genuinely is one of the most. Yeah, okay. I want to make sure y'all.
That's enough sympathy.
Yeah, okay.
That's enough sympathy.
Good. He's one of the most special people in this world. So
Nah, but we love y'all.
Yeah, we love y'all for real, man.
Darrell, I don't know.
Yeah,
if
we the you with y'all, man. We the you with y'all.
Put it up for us.
Man.
Yes, you got to put up the views. Somebody take a picture of those views.
Hey, I'm taking a picture.
Who got that?
Get those views up.
So Darrell, I told this story in the Instagram post yesterday that you and I really kind of built our relationship in that beat making class we took back in 2003.
Bro, I don't even remember, but I know I probably got some heat in there. So
I don't know. Here's the thing. It was me. It was the class was right outside the gym in that hallway, and it was me, you, and it was this white kid, and I don't remember his name, but you guys were boys. You two, like, he was really into it though. And
bro,
I was just
like I'm trying to tell you, I'm sitting on heat, Jerry. Stop,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Don't worry.
well-
I'm producing Algee's whole album. You know that?
Okay,
That
there it is.
class.
What you
There it
breaking
is.
up? What'd you say?
I'm producing your whole album.
I can't hear you.
Oh, you can't hear me? You can't hear me? Yeah.
Oh,
You gonna hear me? You gonna hear these
So
beats.
Algee.
That's a no. That's a no.
Algee, 2003, Darrell, he might have had some beats for you. I
Hey,
didn't,
look,
but
go
he
through the
might have.
vault. We gotta go through the vault
Don't
and
even
see.
worry about it. I got nothing but hits. Feel me?
I can't wait to hear this.
This is always my favorite part of ending our Zooms. It is 1:55, and that means that, what is today? Thursday, 6th hour.
Wait, hold on. Wait, we have to go. Wait, listen. Do we have to go?
6th hour started 10 minutes ago.
We really have to go.
Yeah, y'all gotta get to that 6th hour. Yo. That's the most important hour.
They
There
said
it
I
is.
gotta go.
My 12th grade year.
So we're gonna say goodbye to the kids. We appreciate you all, and such great
Appreciate y'all having
questions.
Yo, congratulations, all y'all. Keep going. We
Real.
need y'all. We need y'all. We need y'all. Seriously, we really do need y'all.
Let me
We
say this
see
before
y'all,
you all
man,
go.
for
Let me
real.
say this because I saw somebody put it in the chat. Like, imagine if this was in person. And I, you know, I like to tell you all the truth. If we were in person, this probably wouldn't happen, right? Just because they're busy and they're in Los Angeles or wherever they are.
Nah, we
right?
coming. Hey, when we can
Be
in
careful,
person.
Darrell.
Nah, we coming.
No, that's real.
Hey, look, you're saying that now.
Yeah.
But once we
No,
pop
I-
up to where you at, I don't want to.
Do not say that.
Remember our names.
Don't say it. Don't promise that.
Look,
The 2021s will be gone, but the rest of y'all, we gonna have them back. We gonna have
he said
them
the
back.
2021.
I'm going
About
too
that
far. I'm about to
2022.
go right up the street, basically. I'll be right around the corner.
You
about
to
have
them
them
going
to Wayne State.
We gonna turn up when this pandemic over.
Hey, when
He said it's not that far.
We coming to Michigan. Know that.
Well, so you always have a home at University Prep.
Appreciate
Again,
y'all,
we
for real.
appreciate you guys. If I could hold on to you two for just 2 more minutes after the kids go, that would be
You
great.
mean the
So
three of us, right? The three of us.
Madison, I'll make sure. I'll get you Algee's number, Madison. Don't you worry about it. Okay.
That's all I had.
The three of us. The three of us. Now you forgot to say me.
Oh,
Like,
Madison is a
dang.
real one.
Once Madison graduates from college, then we'll set that up.
Yeah.
There it is.
That'll be your center. That'll be your center to get through these next 4 years.
All right, guys, kiddos, get to 6th hour.
Jerry, I need you to give me their contact, please.
I don't know who am I talking to. Who am I talking
This
to?
is Danielle.
Okay. We'll make sure we get their
Danielle said
fan mail addresses for you guys. Okay.
Absolutely.
Get to 6th hour so I can finish this conversation.
All
Adios.
right. And remove yourselves because I don't want to feel like I'm putting y'all out. Thank you.
Dang, Kevin.
No, y'all already know it's love.
Bye,
It's
guys.
Love y'all.
Bye, y'all.
Appreciate y'all for the questions.
Bye. It was
Thank
nice
y'all.
talking to you.
Thanks,
all in
Lance.
person.
Bye.
It can get real hectic when they all start going. So anyway, guys, I just wanted to say appreciate it.
Yes,
so,
sir.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Just wanted to say we
Sure.
appreciate it.
Thank you, man.
Absolutely, and Algee, especially, you coming off the strength of Darrell's question, we appreciate that. And then Darrell, it's been awesome, seeing you develop, especially starting in The Wire, because that's my show. That's the show for me is The Wire.
Yeah, man.
And just, it's funny. Somebody was saying, damn, you guys went to high school with everybody. I was talking about, what we were trying to set up over the weekend, and I forgot somebody at our school, one of the years we were there, they went on to go win Jeopardy. And to me, that's the biggest accomplishment coming out of our high school is winning Jeopardy.
That's
Not too
crazy.
many people get to do that. But
That's crazy.
Yeah.
We're gonna go on Jeopardy. Me and Algee going on Jeopardy soon.
do it, Celebrity Jeopardy.
Nah, but that's a
Celebrity
testament. That's a testament to you, bro, and your hard work. Because honestly, like,
Yeah, man.
even out of Saginaw, Michigan, like Stevie Wonder was born in Saginaw, so he obviously tops me. But
Right.
you know what I'm saying? There ain't a lot of people, so it's a testament to us. Like,
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Draymond Green, Drake.
yeah, Draymond Green.
Yeah,
too, yeah.
Draymond.
Draymond
Dre.
Green. Every other
Go
day
Green.
he holding press conferences
Yeah,
on social
He went
justice.
to a terrible school, but he's a great person.
Here you
Oh,
go. Here
Derek,
you go.
Derek, you'll be happy to know.
We can
Darrell, you
fight.
said your mom went to Ann Arbor?
Yeah, she did.
Yeah,
She did.
that's his
And
school.
I was born in Detroit, so I my mother worked for the Free Press, So yeah, Detroit is Michigan. Michigan is
Everybody
that's
got
what I said.
Michigan ties. It seems
Yeah,
like
man.
anybody you talk to, it's some
Yeah.
connection to.
That's
to
what I
Detroit.
said when I said we going to Michigan when this is over. Like me and Algee been talking about like
Yeah,
going to
already.
Michigan. Like that's we don't say that lightly. That's a thing. So
That's
when
dope.
we do touchdown, we going tap in with y'all and we appreciate y'all.
We're right smack in the
all
middle
that
of the
love.
city.
Yeah, and when I tell you, you will enjoy like our culture, the location, the kids.
Yeah.
Like it's a special little place.
Look,
Yeah.
everything we find space to do anything with the kids because this is what it's about. This is literally what it's about. Like, if you can't tap in with the kids, it's like you're really not really doing much, in my opinion. So this is
Absolutely.
we appreciate y'all having us, and like we'll do it again, but we're gonna do it in person when we do it again.
Yeah, for
Absolutely.
sure.
Let me show you all this. What we put up in.
Oh yeah.
I want it.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you all can see it.
They let you know how we roll.
That's
Dedicated.
So
That's right in the opening when you walking into the school, our main office area.
Wow, that's
players up
That's
right now.
actually a pop out at the top too.
Can you take a
Yeah, I'll send it to you.
Oh, I
send that
see
to me.
it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send that to the group. I'm gonna send that to our Panther group. They'll love to see that. That's
Oh
incredible.
yeah, for real.
Yeah, please send me that.
Yeah.
So the Go Panthers, that's actually Derek's tagline anytime he
Go
signs
Panthers.
up.
You
Go
gotta say it
Panthers.
for him, Kellum. You gotta say it for
Go
him.
Panthers, you already know, man.
Yeah.
I love when I connect with more Panthers around the world.
So we just tried to kind of flip that tagline to really,
of course.
promote the education of the Black Panther Party. So
I love how y'all have
that.
I love how y'all have the demands, what we want. Like, come on, bro.
That's incredible.
Come
That's
on,
incredible. Yeah, send me that picture. I'm gonna send that to the group.
Absolutely.
And I'm gonna give Jerry much props because he when he visualized how we were going to approach February, it was like we gonna hone in on what it means to be a Panther, and we did a deep dive into the Black Panther Party. So the activity to see the movie, and now you all played a key role in just continuing to enhance the experience that we wanted for our students this month. And they'll never forget it, man. It's like the time.
No,
that's the beauty, and like you say, investing in young folks, because it's always worth the time and effort. You never.
I'm gonna tell you right now, they on a Zoom with Algee Smith.
But the thing is, like, that's the real work. We always talk about this. Y'all are doing the real work because
absolutely.
I mean, we're blessed enough to do what we do, but y'all are with the kids every day and sharpening the minds. Like that right there is something way more valuable than what a we're allowing them to go and seek out information and educate themselves, but you guys are planting those seeds every day, and that everyday seed is crucial and important. So we appreciate you.
But just know it's a connection, man, because it
takes everybody.
You have to have somebody to reference for them to see what's possible.
Right.
For you brothers to be able to say, we flesh and blood just like everybody else. It makes our job. We need that. We have to have examples of folks who look like us, who sound like us, who just like us, who are doing things beyond people's imagination. And that keeps kids in the game. And that validates when we tell them, if you put forth the effort, if you're working hard, strategy, process, belief, then you can accomplish amazing things. And when they see it, they know it's true. Yeah. And so you guys play a key role, man. And
two kids from Michigan who made it, so anybody can make it, right?
Absolutely.
So I'm sure you guys got I don't know who's still interviewing folks these days. I saw, would you put the Breakfast Club up today, Darrell?
Yeah, that was
good.
That's our brother Daniel, man. Like he wasn't going. That's
that was good. That was good.
It's been a realist press run, and I say press run lightly because it's really a life run with all these people. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and so like it's been such a blessing that we were all chosen, but that we are, this bond is sort of this thing that's going to carry on way beyond this moment in the movie. So it's like the movie and the bond actually carries on forever, which is such a beautiful thing, because we really are like, I mean, we all going to dinner tonight. Like it's a family thing, So awesome. It's a blessing, man. It's a blessing.
Well, again, I appreciate you guys doing
that. Appreciate y'all, man.
I'll get you that picture, Darrell.
Thank you, Derek. Thank you,
Oh,
Brady.
don't forget to
Appreciate
give
y'all.
the fan email for Danny. Don't forget that.
Oh,
She
yeah,
will
yeah.
talk about
Yeah,
that for the rest of the year
yeah,
because she did not get her question answered. So
What was the
We
question?
gotta get that.
all she said was, "I got a question," and I told her to turn on her camera, but she said her.
Let me
face
see.
wasn't-
'Cause she has some,
Tell
she's
her to ask
well,
it on the IG. Tell her, you know what I'm saying? Do something. Yeah.
I'll get it. I'll get it to you, Darrell, and then you all can figure it out on the
Okay.
reply.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll
Just
get it
send
to
her a
King
little
Algee.
video.
Yeah, I'm about to
Video.
say send her a video response. She'll oh God, she'll fall out.
Yeah.
She's a great kid too. So
Yeah, she is
She
great.
just got an
Got a full
offer.
ride scholarship to Bowling Green State University. She went through the whole interview process and killed it.
Yeah.
Wow,
So
man.
So yeah. So we
I love
appreciate you
that.
guys. I know you all got a whole
Appreciate
lot
y'all.
to do today.
yeah, go ahead and enjoy
Yeah,
your day,
nah, we-
fellas, and
Guys.
we appreciate you. We had Chaz. We had the Black Panther a couple years ago that connected with us. Now we have
Wow.
we have some great Panther connections out here.
Crazy. All right, man.
Wow.
Appreciate y'all.
All right, guys. Appreciate it.
All right, bro.
Big love, man.
Peace, Darrell. We'll talk
Peace.
soon.
Yes.